found out about Bernice was that back in 1915, just a little bit before she was born, her mother had reservations to go on an excursion on the SSS Eastland. But that morning she was not able to go because she had morning sickness. And we all know what happened to the Eastland, and today we know also what happened to Bernice. Bernice made her way into this world on February 19th of 1916, which is just about 7 months later. So God was there. He was taking care of her, making sure that she was going to make it here onto this world. Now, her early years were spent in the Austin neighborhood of Chicago, and she attended Austin High School. She also is a member of Christ Lutheran Church in Austin. And I understand that one of the things she did while a member of Christ Lutheran was she was a member of the choir. And there was another member of the choir there that all of a sudden she started taking notice, and that was Emil. And it wasn't, eventually Emil and Bernice were married and started their family. And the family included 4 individuals, and I got to check the names here to make sure that I get them right. Okay, here we are. Richard and Don and Ken and Linda. And then in 1941, they moved to a new home in Northlake. And they spent a lot of time the rest of the time in Northlake. They were both, she and her husband were founding members of Christ Lutheran Church in Northlake. And Bernice spent her time as a stay-home mom and also spending a lot of time at Christ Lutheran doing all kinds of volunteer work. And I believe you were president of Ladies' Aid for quite a while.
The first one.
The first president of that Ladies' Aid.
They just started this church.
You just started, and so then you were president of Ladies' Aid for quite a long time. Then in 1979, this trip that she started back there in 1916 saw a bump in the road because Emil had a long illness and then went to his heavenly home in 1979. Then Bernice continued on her trip through this world, and she started welcoming new members into her family, in-laws, as her children started getting married, and then grandchildren, and she has 10 great-grandchildren. Wow. Or 10 grandchildren, I'm sorry, it's getting better. 10 grandchildren, 15 great-grandchildren, and 12 great-great-grandchildren. So she's had quite a number. Then in 2000, Bernice moved to Lexington and also came to us here at St. John's. And here at St. John's, I think the thing that really sticks out with Bernice is her extreme attendance at worship, her devotion to being here at church, because every Sunday you could be sure that Bernice would be about 2/3 of the way up on the left side of the church, and she would be here for worship. And that is an example for all of us. And then Pastor mentioned this, I believe, this morning in the church service that 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, Bernice had a fall as she was getting off the bus from Lexington coming here. And paramedics were called, and they checked her out and said that they would like to take her to the emergency room. And Bernice said, "No, I'm not going to an emergency room. I'm going to church," which she did. And she has been in church every Sunday after that, too. And so this is a very great example for all of us here as we approach our own worship life. And in all of this, the hand of God was with Bernice, and he's going to be with her for who knows how long, maybe many more years, we could hope. And so, Bernice, we wish you a very, very happy birthday.
Yes. As the ladies serve cake, I want to thank Donna Walls and some of the Betty Radke, some of the other Lila Harkey. She's from my other church. Lila Simonson, thank you. Who else? Trisha Walton.
All of the Sunday school, the video, the cards, the posters.
Isn't that great? The idea for the 100 cards, thank you for that, for the kids who made them. Wow, this is truly a congregational community celebration. And does anybody have a question for Bernice before we commence into our refreshments? Can we open it up for questions? Okay. We may not have any, but anybody have a question for Bernice? All right. I think we're just ready to celebrate more with you and let you enjoy your refreshments. Okay. Have the most wonderful birthday on February 19th. That's when it's official, and we'll be thinking of you always. Okay.